Mike Davies was first. Had a guy, Mike. Sean McGill. Amy Gersh. We learned nothing and listened to him rage about how Stanifer's his favorite. Well, we certainly learn nothing, but I'm a rage about other things today. Eric Hubba here. Jeffrey Holland's back. Beckham's back. Pinnell's here. Witzel's here. Vippen's here. Lots of people showed up. Yay! How's everybody doing? Good to have you. Oh, got a ton of work done. Not shop work. Got a ton of yard work done today. Buddy Mikey B came over to help with the yard again today, and we did 2 dump runs of stuff, and cleaned up a bunch of yard, and got this fancy new fangled contraption that I've never seen before for yard waste. I don't know if you guys have this where you are, the paper yard waste bags. They're about 3 feet tall and like pretty big ass bags, right? And they take them at the curb for yard waste. If you put lawn clippings and yard waste in them. There's a newfangled contraption I've never heard of before that is like a chloroplast or whatever that corrugated plastic stuff is that like unfolds and goes down into the bag and creates like a chute for it and holds it open. I was using the hell out of that today. It was awesome. Jeffrey Holland ran a bunch of duct work today. How'd a guy? I did get the chute, Tyler. I got the plastic chute that opens up your bag and keeps it open. And then it just comes up and out of the bag when it's full, and you go on to the next one. It's great. Has that been around forever? And I'm just learning about this now? Because I wish I would have had one of those for years. It's a hassle to try and hold that bag open while you're putting yard waste into this thing. Spent the morning repairing a barn door and repairing an electrical wire to go in a generator. Hey, yeah, right on. People getting stuff done. That's cool. I wanted to clean my shop, but I forgot that I had a freelance journalism to do. And it was due today. Yesterday was going to be shop clean day, but then I remembered that I had this thing that was due today. And so I had to do that. And it took most of yesterday. And then today was yard work and dump runs and stuff. So, yeah, didn't get my shop clean done that I wanted to do this week. That's okay. We'll do it later. I was just about to say tomorrow, but I don't think I can do it tomorrow either. I need to stop saying yes to things. It's going to be one of my 2023 resolutions, I think, is think before you say yes to a request. Even if that request is like a job that you're going to make money from. Like, do you want to add that? Not how many dollars is this going to make? Do you want to add that to your list of things? It should be a question you ask yourself. I like that Stanifer has changed his name officially to Stanifer is the worst. That is excellent. May not be able to use a shovel unless it has a cord or a battery. I don't understand what that is. Are you talking about me? Because I don't like manual tools, but I can use them. I am able to use them. I got a whole wall of non-battery. I don't use those very much, though, do I? I always want to clean my shop, but rarely do. That's my problem, is that I rarely do like the 10 minutes to just tidy and get things back where they belong. And then it slowly becomes unmanageable, and then I don't even want to come out here. And then I do come out here, and I just don't want to work out here because I'll have to spend a bunch of time cleaning in order to actually be efficient. And so once in a while, you just got to spend a day, get everything back where it belongs, get all the garbage out, get the burn pile filled with all the scraps, or at least the scraps that are worth keeping, you organize someplace instead of having them strewn about. Oh, that was supposed to be yesterday. I have to clean out my table saw. My table saw cabinet is full. Sucks. And it's got a hole in the bottom even. And it's full of sawdust. I got my new bandsaw blades. Got to replace my bandsaw blade. That was going to be yesterday. It was going to be clean the shop, clean out the table saw, get things back to where they should be, clean the table saw blades, replace the bandsaw blade, get everything back to where it's supposed to be. But nope. Nope. If only you had dust extraction, Tyler says. If only your face wasn't so Peterson-y. Birthday gift from Tyler Peterson. Check this out. Tyler stopped by my work the other day with my birthday present. And it's in this box. Tyler drinks cases of Jackson Triggs Proprietor's Selection wine. Tyler likes garbage wine, and he drinks a lot of it. Sorry, Jackson Triggs. I didn't mean it. Did I? No, I did. Anyway, there's another company that'll never sponsor the show. But this box is full of Walnut Veneers. Little sort of, I don't know, 12 by various sizes, 12 by 12s, some 12 by 8s. This whole box full of, and they're like, some of them are like an actual, what do you call it when they're all in order? Like slice after slice after slice that are all in order, so you can like stack them and match them and stuff. I don't know what that's. Oh, there's even some more littles. I didn't see the littles down on the side. Yeah, so like a whole box of Walnut Veneers. I have no idea what's gonna happen there, but apparently there's some veneering in my future. Because that's pretty rad. Maybe get into some marquetry at some point. With walnut veneers. Or I could make my own. My first instinct was to make my own walnut plywood pieces. Like 10 by 10 walnut plywoods. Like 1/8 inch thick. Or little over 1/8 inch thick. With like 5 of them. And then use the laser down at work to cut some jewelry out of. Do earrings and like necklaces and pendants and stuff with like homemade walnut plywood. You make some bowl blanks with veneers. Oh, in between. Yeah. Okay. I stopped reading because I started laughing. Make bowl blanks out of it. With veneers, but yeah, some thin lines of in between to put some stripes in some bowl blanks. It's a good idea. Now you have to make a press. I probably, if I was gonna get into veneering like as a thing that I do, I would probably just buy a vacuum bag. Honestly. marquetry on your new shop stool? Probably not. But, I mean, I don't know, try out some marquetry on a little box top or something like that. I don't know. I gotta, it's like I can waste some of it. I got a lot. So, like, I can just try some things, and if it doesn't work, just throw it in the fire. I've got a whole whack of it, and it was free. It wasn't free. It has emotional attachment. I'm now emotionally attached to the walnut veneer because it was a gift from a dear friend. Who probably just honestly wanted it the hell out of his shop. That's probably like, he probably has a whole crap ton of it, and he was like, I'm just going to stuff a bunch in a box and give some to Mike. Get this out of here. I don't know, Tyler gets given all kinds of cool wood. He's got a huge stack of mahogany that he was just like either given or got it for like a song. Matthias has a homemade plywood video and has plans for the vacuum device he made to do it. Of course he does. I caught you in what? That it's only a small percentage of the veneer that you have, or that you just wanted it out of your shop? Or both. That's funny. It wasn't a thoughtful birthday gift. It was, get this out of my shop. It's appreciated in either case, so it doesn't matter. Oh, that's funny though. Did I just lose a thumb? Did somebody dislike this video? Get out of here. Just go. You don't have to click the dislike button. Just go away if you don't like what's happening. We don't want you here anyway. Little from column A, little from column B. All right. So when I run out of walnut veneer in 17 years, I can come get some more. Gotcha. It was probably Stanifer. It probably was Stanifer. Hey, Mike, I have 3 subscribers now. Atta guy. Start planning the 5,000 subscriber giveaway. You probably get there faster than me. There's 4 or 5 years in before I got to 5,000 subscribers. But most of that, I mean, the speed picks up. I was probably 4,000 at the beginning of the year. It gains momentum. But yeah, it's hard to grow a YouTube channel these days unless you're doing, I don't know, playing video games or spending a lot of money on your production and doing ridiculous things with pranks on people or filling pools full of stuff or just, over the top nonsense. I'm not going to even use the channel after GGBO is over. I don't blame you. I don't blame you for not putting time into the YouTube. You want to spend time on YouTube, you can come over here and hang out. I have a hard time telling people to start a channel and go for it because it's great. It's fun. I enjoy myself. I love that we've created this little community of people and we hang out all the time, and I get to share my my journey out here in the shop. But it's a tough haul. So we are going to do some more giveaways this week. Learning iMovie sucked. Took 4 hours for a 6-minute video. Yeah, I do have the advantage that even before I started my YouTube channel, I did have some video editing experience from my job at the time. But it took a long time to figure out like what to record and what not to record and how much of stuff to record. Thousands of hours of me doing stuff that was I only needed 14 seconds of sanding. Why did I record myself sanding for 20 minutes? You know, that kind of stuff for the first couple of years. Even still, I catch myself sometimes like, you don't need to record all of these cuts. It's the same cut over and over again. Well, I guess you could just like speed it up, but you could also just record yourself making one cut. That would probably do the trick. But live and learn, continue to learn, get better at whatever it is that you do. I hope that I'm continuously getting better at not only the stuff that I'm making, but the recording of the stuff that I'm making and the editing of the videos of the stuff that I'm making. I hope. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe it doesn't matter. No, it matters. It matters. You gotta keep getting better. At least keep trying to get better. Just subscribe to Paul's channel. There you go. You got 4 now, Paul. I feel bad that I didn't when I went and watched the video. Maybe because I knew that you don't care. I did give it a like. Notice you turned the comments off, though. I wanted to leave you a comment like, good job, buddy. Comments were turned off, which is probably the safest way to put a YouTube video out into the world. I understand that. Beer. I've got a couple of the Sleeman Honey Brown tonight before I get... Oh, I just had a Sleeman Original. I found a couple of Sleeman Honey Browns in the fridge, which is another good offering by Sleeman's. A little more expensive, a little richer flavor, a little darker, heavier body. Amy thumbs ups at the end of the video because there could be something that she doesn't like at some point. So she has to make sure, she has to get all the way to the end to make sure that it's worth it. But that's actually better for YouTube people because watch time is part of the algorithm too, right? So if you watch all the way through the video, that does actually a lot for content creators, that people aren't just like watching for a couple minutes and then taking off. If you watch for 10 seconds and you click the like button and take off, I don't think that does as much for the creator as watching all the way through the video and not hitting the like button. Honestly. Watch time is like a big deal. I thumbs down at the start preemptively and then change it to thumbs up at the end if I like it. That's good. I like that. Should I unclick on the like now? Do whatever you want, man. I'm not your mom. Oh. I'm not going to make your decisions in life. Okay? You make your decisions in life. Then you live with the consequence. If I'm making the decisions for you, then the consequences are my fault. You make your own decisions so that you can live with your consequences of your decisions. I live with the consequences of my decisions. Recognize. So, the thing that Mike's going to bitch about this week Old man yells at cloud, shakes fist in the air. Uh, why are pitchforks so expensive? I don't understand. I can get a shovel, 15, 20 bucks. I can get a big ass rake, yard tool, 20 bucks. Pitchfork, 60 bucks. I found one for 50 bucks. I found a pitchfork, a decent pitchfork for 50 bucks. There was a crap pitchfork for like 40 bucks. But the only good one, the cheapest good one that I could find, 50 bucks. It's no more difficult to make a pitchfork as it is to make a shovel. There's less material in it than a shovel or like a big rake. Well, I don't understand. I had this huge pile of blackberry bushes that we chopped down and was hanging out in the backyard. And we chopped up into bits. And it was like, oh, that'd be great if we could just like pitchfork this into bags. So we went looking for pitchforks. Damn! Sucked. And how many things in my life am I going to need to pitchfork? Not very many. So now, like, I'm going to rake lots of times. But I can get away with a $20 rake. I'm a pitchfork once or twice. Ever? Had to spend 50 bucks. Just need to get a goat to get rid of the blackberry bushes. Would the goat have been cheaper than 50 bucks? If you know somebody selling goats for cheaper than 50 bucks, I'll take the pitchfork back to Canadian Tire. I'll get a goat. Because then at least I have a goat also. They can eat the blackberry bushes. And then we can be friends. That'd be all right. Do you know a goat breeder? Would somebody be a breeder of goats? Is there a goat breeder? a goat retailer? Where do you go get goats? I don't know the going prices on goats. Well, then why would you even suggest it? I'm talking about like the value and the outlay of cash. Don't suggest things that you don't know the price of. Pitchforks are expensive because of the liability of the town chasing people with pitchforks and torches. They want to limit the violence by making them more expensive. Fewer people will buy them and therefore be less likely to chase miscreants out of town. Don't you want the people to be able to chase the miscreants out of town? I don't know. Maybe it's to stop like the rebellion against your local politicians. Like they can't come with torches and pitchforks to like take over City Hall if we make the pitchforks more expensive. Stanford is calling for the registration of pitchforks. Coombs does have goats. Yes, but they're not going to sell me one. Go to the YouTube channel Gridlessness. He's Canadian that sells goats. It might not be, depending on where he is in Canada, it might not be worth it. Quell the rebellions. There you go. Bailey Woodwork has it right. They price them higher to try and quell the rebellions. It's a big yard tool. It's a conspiracy. They're like, what is this? What is this? Is this like evil? Like, just borrow one? I would have, but I don't think I know anybody that has a pitchfork. I don't. how much pitchforking do you do as a residential homeowner in a middle-sized city? Like, I might never pitchfork again after this project. I don't need a pitchfork. Like, I don't know anybody that has a farm that I could borrow a pitchfork from. I don't know anybody that has hay or anything. It blew me away that like shovels, all the shovels, 15, 20 bucks. Some of the really nice shovels were like 40, 50 bucks. They're like super nice shovels. Generic garbage pitchfork, 40 bucks. Decent pitchfork, 50 bucks. Good pitchfork, 92.50 or something. I'm like, I'm not paying 90 bucks for a pitchfork. Once you buy a pitchfork, you will find all kinds of pitchforking opportunities. Yeah, I'm gonna fork all the pitches. You spent 50 bucks plus tax on a pitchfork. I'm forking all the pitches. I'm gonna go around and offer my community pitchforking services. Hey, anybody need some pitches forked? I got one. When your only tool is a hammer, everything looks like a nail. This is a good point. I'm going to start forking all the pitches. Every pitch I see is getting forked. From now on. Look out, pitches. I'm coming for you. Amy has a high dollar pitchfork. Does Amy have a pitchfork? You should have just stopped by and lent me your pitchfork. Just drive up the coast a little ways. And then we could have done a video on pitchfork operation with my friend Amy Gersh, the pitchfork expert, who came to help me fork the pitch. Would have been great. Special guest episode. You rent it to me? No. She would come hang out. I got an extra bed. You could camp. You could stay over. We'd have some drinks on the deck. Make a whole thing out of it. You can come visit. It'd be great. You can bring your dog. Don't bring your cats. Bring your dog, though. We can do some more giveaways this week. Put a pitchfork on the RC truck. That's what Mike should have done. He should have, I bet he could too. Make a little mechanical sort of like forklift, basically. Would make a forklift on the front of his little RC truck, and he could have gotten the little bits. He can go through the yard and get the little bits that we miss with the pitches, the forks on the front of his RC truck, and like bring them over to the bag. That'd be fun. Oh, that's an idea. I'm gonna pitch that idea to him next time I see him. Who do you send the pen blanks to? Paul Waldrop, you are officially sending the pen blanks to... Let me just get up my thing here. Waldrop pen blanks are officially going to Stanifer. Vipin, I talked to Vipin, and it was a funny conversation because he was like, well, since Stanifer is the worst and we hate him, I will take the pen blanks even though I will never use them. Uh, I said, we don't actually hate him. It's funny that we pretend to. But but we don't. If you don't ever want to turn pens, you can pass on them. We'll give them to Stanifer. We're not going to feel bad. So he passed on them. So Stanifer has won the Waldrop pen blanks. Please send me your email, Addy. If you guys want to chat it out in the room, that's fine. If you want to go through me at woodenthingsandstuff@gmail.com, I'm happy to pass people's information around for things to get sent other places or whatever. Right now, we've got our friend Beckham, who won the whole shebang last week, decided that he kind of was most excited about the mallet and the charcuterie board. So he put everything back into another draw. He's like, just like, let's share the wealth. Put everything back in, everything else back in, and give it away to other people. So that's what we're doing tonight. The Waldrop pen blanks are going to Stanifer. Eric chipped in a serving board last week. That is going to Sean McGill. Tyler Peterson is making cedar jack-o'-lanterns. He's making cedar jack-o'-lanterns with little LED lights in them. And he put one of those up for grabs, and that's on its way to Eric Witzel. I think that they have already communicated and that. And tonight, we're going to give away the rest of the stuff from the main draw that Beckham put back into the draw to give to other people. We're going to give it out to people that are here on the show. Because I asked him, do you want it to be like the original names of the people who got into the draw? Or do you want it to just be whoever shows up? Like, how do you want to do it? And he said, I'll leave that to you. Just give it out to people. And I think it's more fun if people are here. And they like put their hands up to say, like, I would like to win some stuff. And then we can give it to them. So, and it rewards people for coming. So tonight we're giving away, check this out. We're giving away the bottle stopper that was in the initial draw batch of stuff. The $50 Custom Creations gift card or discount code or whatever. I still haven't established how that's going to work. But $50 Australian at Custom Creations. If you're familiar, you know that this is my favorite finishing product these days. But he also makes beautiful scented candles. The tumbler from Eric, either the big one or the small one, in your choice of color scheme. Tyler said on Instagram earlier today that he's going to put up another jack-o'-lantern, cedar jack-o'-lantern. I don't know why I'm saying it like that. And a brand new car. King B. That's funny. No. But I like the enthusiasm. So a second jack-o'-lantern from Tyler. Your choice of slimline pen made out of the blanks that I made during episode 2 of the original giveaway series. And the box of Starbond CA glue from our friends at Starbond, which will contain, by my understanding, a bottle of super thin, medium, black medium, brown medium, and an accelerator from Starbond. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got 6 more giveaways to do tonight. What's your eligibility here? You are eligible for all of that, Tyler, because you weren't eligible for it in the initial draw because you were a sponsor of the initial draw. But this isn't the official draw anymore. This is Beckham's. I'm going to share my winnings with the community. So everyone is eligible. Everyone can win that's here tonight. because this is Beckham giving away his prize package of the stuff that he didn't want. So it's not that he didn't want it. It's that he felt bad that, that he wins so much stuff, I think. I think he feels bad that that was like the fourth draw that he's won on this show. But he's a good dude, and like if you don't need a bottle stopper, you don't need a pen, you don't need a tumbler, you don't need a box of glue, why take the prize and not where it's going to get used or it's going to get, What about Lenzen? I don't think Lenzen won anything, did he? So yes, thank you so much to Mr. Beckham for sponsoring tonight's giveaway. And Tyler, you're not eligible for the jack-o'-lantern. I'm gonna get a new beer. We're gonna spin the wheel and we'll give the first thing away. We'll just work our way through it. You should give away a box of Walnut Veneer, Tyler. No, don't, because then I won't feel special. All right. Here we go. We'll empty the wheel from last week. All right. How do we send a super chat to Beckham? Oh, I'm bleeding. What the shit? What did I do? Hold on. What did I think I scratched? I must have had a wound I didn't know about that had scabbed over, maybe from yard work. And I scratched it off. Hold on. Okay. Just, all of a sudden I didn't notice my arm is covered in blood. Veritas Band-Aids. I don't think I need it for that. Okay. We'll start with getting everybody's name in. Okay? Who wants in on these draws? We're gonna put everybody's name in. Jeffrey Holland wants the super clue. Yeah, I don't blame you. But let's just get everybody's name in the wheel. And then if you don't want the prize necessarily, if that's not something you want, we can just spin it again. Okay? So, Sean McGill has his hand up. Eric Habakabaka. Habakabaka. Vipin puts his hand up. You don't have to necessarily just put your hand up, or you don't have to do the little guy with his hand up. Just say, put me in. Or, yes, I'd like to play, or something. Paul Waldrop. BJ Foch. Amy Gersh has an interesting little dude there with a plant or something. I'm not sure what's going on. Amy Gersh. I will go through the list and make sure I didn't miss anybody after I get all the names. Sometimes it's hard to keep up. Stanifer is the worst. Jeffrey Holland. Who else we got? Peterson, you want in? Eric Witzel, I don't think I got yet. Hold on. Did I miss anybody else yet? Pinnell put up an ice cream cone. So, sure. Peterson's in. Beckham is in. And that was the deal he made. He's like, I don't care how you do it, as long as you put me back in the draw to see how many more times I would win if I was taking the prize. If it lands on Beckham, we just immediately spin it again, and we have a good laugh at the fact that he would have won another thing. All right, Sean McGill, Eric Habakabaka, Vippen, sorry, Paul Waldrop, BJ Foch, Amy Gersh, Staniford, Jeffrey Holland, Eric Witzel, Penetterson. That's not right. What is that supposed to be? Oh, that was supposed to be Pennell, and then Peterson after that. Okay, so Pennell, Peterson, Beckham. 12. Got 12 people in the draw. If you don't want what gets drawn, let me know. We'll spin it again. It'll be fun. We'll hang out and spin the wheel for a while tonight. This is just over here bleeding. All right, here we go. Spin it. See, it keeps spinning until you win the star bond. I'm not taking people out either. Like, you can win more than one of these things. So if you win the first thing, I'm not taking your name out, and now you can't win the star bond. Unless you're Beckham. Because Beckham can't win anything. He just wants to see if he comes up. All right, here we go. This is for the Mike's Wooden Things and Stuff bottle stopper that I made in episode 2. It's a little Purple Heart stripe, maple, Purple Heart, Nara, and cherry bottle stopper in gunmetal. Ready? Here we go. Who do we got? Who do we got? It's Beckham. Let's go again. Mike's Wooden Things and Stuff bottle stopper. It's Chris Pennell. Mr. Pennell, my friend, would you like this Mike's Wooden Things and Stuff bottle stopper? If you would choose to not have this, I'll spin it again. This is how this show's going to go. I like that. Like, it's garbage. I don't want it. All right. Let's go to my list. We will put Pennell down for the bottle stopper. You do have bottles that need to be stopped. They're locked in a cabinet. So your in-laws don't go in there and find out that you guys drink. Oh. That was not my business to be saying. So my apologies. That is totally inappropriate for me to say. I apologize. Let's move on. $50 at Custom Creations. I don't think they're ever going to watch. It's probably okay. That was still like, it was a private conversation. Didn't need to be. Yeah. Okay. $50 at customcreations.com.au. Our friend Scotty, who I haven't seen around tonight, He's making a knife. He's forging a blade. He's in a 48-hour make a dagger challenge or something down in Australia. So I don't blame him for not being around here, but it's still bad friending. You can take an hour out of your whatever. So $50 at Scott's shop. Here we go. Ready? What? It's gonna be Beckham again. BJ Foch. BJ Foch. $50 at Custom Creations if he would like to accept the prize. GLHF. Glyph. Dunno. All right. We'll go BJ Foch. I will hook you up with Scott. We'll figure out how that's actually going to work. I don't know if he's going to send you a code that you enter during checkout or however that's going to end up. But $50 Australian at Scott's shop. That's, I mean, other than shipping, but I mean, it's $50 discount. So shipping, basically your shipping is now free and then some. So you can get the full set of finish sent to your door for probably, I want to say 20 American less than the price of the finish. So including shipping, I would guess would be something like that. I would think it would probably be somewhere around $40 of $30-$40 for shipping. So you're getting free shipping and a little bit of a discount if that's the way that you wanted to go with it, I would think. But I don't know. You'll work it out with Scott. Fantastic. BJ Foch, $50 Australian at Custom Creations. You get the high-speed crayons. You get both crayons or one of the big guys. Or a couple of nice scented candles. Cool. That's 2 of the 6 that we're doing tonight. We're going to do one more. We're going to take a little break. Custom high-speed crayon. Yeah. See? Tyler knows. There's a song that goes with it. Next up, we're going to do the tumbler. The Eric Witzel Country Road Workshop epoxy coated tumbler with the Mike's Wooden Things and Stuff logo in it. Your choice of the big one with the click top and the straw, which I have lost, or the little guy. I think the little guy's more comfortable. This is more like sort of a back deck or sitting around the fire. This is more like a beach mug that you would fill with cold and ice. Maybe. I'm not going to tell you what to do with them. Your choice of the little one or the big one, in your choice of color scheme. You pick a few colors, he makes it for you and sends it off. Let's go. Here we go. Boom. Come on, Beckham. Come on, Beckham. It is Eric Witzel. So, Eric, would you like a handmade, a hand decorated epoxy Mike's Wooden Things and Stuff tumbler from the Eric Witzel shop? Let's run it again. Because he can just have one of those if he wants. Because he makes them. Come on. Who do we got? Chris Pinnell. Hey, that's the benefits of showing up. There's only a dozen of you in the list. It's bound to happen. Pinnell, you want a tumbler from Eric with the Mike's Wooden Things and Stuff logo? He'll put Stanifer's the Worst on the back of it for you if you want. He probably will. I think he should do a Mike's Wooden Things and Stuff, and then on the back he should do a Country Road Workshop. And somewhere on it, can it say Stanifer's the Worst? That's something you guys can discuss. I can't picture him saying no. Yes, it can. All right. So we'll put Pinnell down for the Wooden Things and Stuff tumbler. Congratulations, my friend. 2 of the 3 so far prizes of the night have gone to our friend Chris Pinnell. It's fitting. He deserves it for having to put up with you yahoos and monitor things and deal with spams and it's definitely being taken into account come Christmas bonus season. Tyler says it's his yearly salary. No, it's not his salary, but I'm gonna remember come bonus time that he won a bunch of stuff. So like he works for an oppressive boss. Yes, I am a tyrant. I am an absolute tyrant when it comes to my employee. It'll be reflected in your T4. I hope that you're claiming these as part of your income. Eric, you're going to need to you also provide him the approximate value of this so that he can claim it on his taxes as income. Good times. Which one are you going to pick? I'm interested to hear. Which one are you going to pick, Chris? The big guy with the clicky click, or the little guy that's sort of more comfy for like yard drinks? And what colors are you going to go with? I want to know what this is going to end up looking like. I know it's going to say Stanifer's the Worst on it, but I mean, you take your time and think on it if you want, but he's going to go with Newfoundland colors. Is it coffee safe? I think so. It's like a metal. It's a metal insert that he just like epoxies the outside of. So I would say it's coffee safe. Go with the big one and just fill it full of coffee. Nah, that's a good cup of coffee right there. That's a good call. I think this is coffee and lemonade and iced tea and giant. Yeah, this is a little rum and coke or a scotch on the rocks or casual backyard bevy with friends. This one is like crushing some liquid to get some stuff in you. Have a big one, use it for cocktails at the pool. Yeah, depending on the cocktail though. I mean, you don't need no judgment, but I don't need a septuple rum and coke. I'd rather go back and get a new one every double or triple. But hey, no judgment. I want to keep my drink fresher than that, I think. Margarita would be good. Yeah, okay, fair enough. Margarita, or even like a giant mojito or something might be good. Like a quadruple mojito. You know what else we should do? We should try. He's not here though. Chris, not Chris, David, the lawnmower detective. If you remember, if you were here, he wanted to send me a bottle for my whiskey cabinet. He said, "What's in your whiskey cabinet right now?" And I said, I don't think there's anything in the whiskey cabinet right now, which is odd. Because usually there's something in there. I don't think there's anything in there. And he wanted to send me a bottle of something to go in the whiskey cabinet. And then when he looked into how much it was going to cost for him to send me something to put in the whiskey cabinet, he sent me a gift certificate he sent me an gift card for the local liquor shop for $50. Thank you again. I know you're not here, but if you watch these after the fact, thank you again for that. I finally went down, because it wasn't actually my local one. It was like across town, which I don't go by very often. So I finally remembered that it was there when I happened to be there in the area. So I went in and got it. I think I'm just going to try it right now on the show, because I think he watches these after. Let's try what I got from my friend David, the lawnmower detective, in the whiskey cabinet. I picked up a bottle of the Glenlivet Caribbean Reserve single malt Scotch. It is aged in barrels that were used to make Caribbean rum. So we'll see what it adds to the Glenlivet Caribbean Reserve, or whatever it's called. Yeah, Glenlivet Caribbean Reserve. David's $50 didn't entirely cover the bottle, but it was close, honestly. I think it was about 60, 65, 68. Let's have a quick review of the Glenlivet Caribbean Reserve single malt Scotch. That is pretty nice. It's not, I don't think it's as smooth as, that was a Glenfiddich though. The Glenfiddich Bourbon Barrel Reserve was my last bottle of Scotch. And Glenlivet, to me, has never been quite as smooth as the Glenfiddich. She used the tumbler from Eric. Well, I've never washed it, though, so I didn't want to, like, contaminate. For me, Glenlivet has never been quite as smooth as Glenfiddich. But that is quite pleasant. There's a little bit of spice. There's some, that isn't the tumbler. Oh, okay, sorry. So I'll get drunk and work with sharp woodworking tools. Well, we're not working with sharp woodworking tools. Nor are we getting drunk. Well, I might by the end of the show. We'll see. You do get the undertone of the Caribbean rum. There's a little bit of that spicy sort of dark rum undertone to that. That's nice. I like that. I don't think I don't know. I'd have to think it through, but I don't know about whether that's my favorite Scotch in that price point. I kind of gauge Scotches by like, how much money do I want to spend for how good a Scotch? And in the $68-ish range, I would put the Glenfiddich Bourbon Barrel Reserve over the top of that, which I think is in the same sort of range, but I can't find it anymore. It might have been a limited run. That's good though. That's a buy. That's a buy at $68 Canadian. I don't think it would be a buy at 80, but it's good. No, 80 it's a buy too. It's good. That's a quality sort of mid-level Scotch for the price point. I like that. There's nice undertones. It's a little peatier than I like my Scotch to be, but it's pretty good. I also prefer my Scotch colder. Like I don't have any ice. I do rocks it usually. But Kaplaw's back. How you doing, my friend? Today we're reviewing the Glenlivet Caribbean Reserve Scotch whiskey on the show. And it's a buy at $68 Canadian. It's not, in terms of color, it's not super dark. It has a nice golden amber. If it's peaty, it'll be awesome with a good cigar. I wouldn't say it's peaty. It doesn't lean towards the peaty side of things. It's peatier than I would like, generally. I don't lean that way in terms of my Scotch palate, but I do like that it has those sort of spicy undertones that Caribbean rum has, that have leached out of the barrels that it was fermented in and gone into the Scotch. It's good. It's not as good as the Bourbon Barrel Reserve, because I think the bourbon barrel that made the Bourbon Barrel Reserve by Glenfiddich gave it more sweetness. And I think the Caribbean rum from the barrels for this one gave it more spice, which I would choose sweetness over spice generally. You should go grab a bevy, Miguel. Make sure I hand wash these. Oh, they can't go in the dishwasher? I'm not even going to wash them then. I'm just going to wipe them out with a paper towel. What's one of the prizes for the draw? Hold on. Let me go back. Could have gotten a nice bourbon. Yeah, I could have. Maybe not for $50. I think a nice bourbon would have been in the same price range, generally. I think you get a bottle of the Maker's Mark for probably about $65, $68 here. Don't care for most alcohols, never developed a taste for them. Hey, I don't like rhubarb. People think it's weird that I just cannot stand the taste of rhubarb. I actively try to avoid vegetables. Just don't care for them. No judgment. The liquor cleans the tumbler. No need to wash. Good call. Grab myself a Glenlivet 15. There you go. It doesn't. I'm a little disappointed that it doesn't actually say the age of the Caribbean Reserve. Usually with Glenlivet, especially, it'll say like Glenlivet, and it'll have a giant 12 or 15 or 18 or whatever on it. And this one doesn't. So I don't know how long the Glenlivet Caribbean Reserve actually has been sitting around. Maybe on the back? Nope. You probably have to look it up on the Glenlivet website or something. Maybe it could only be 5 or 6 years old. I don't know. No, it's not. That's good. I'm enjoying that. I'm going to put it away. Probably brewed last weekend. Yeah. Fresh out of the cask. I would assume 12 as well, King B. They generally, 12 is a pretty standard number for a single malt Scotch. But it's weird they wouldn't say anywhere on it. I just thought it would be an interesting choice because I've never had a Scotch that was aged in Caribbean rum barrels. So close to being able to start woodworking in my shop. Nice. So where are you? Your doors are on, insulation's in, got an air conditioner in. I think last time we were talking about maybe single or mini split. Or the roof was on but not sealed or something. I don't remember, Kapla. What do you still have left? Because it's been a while that you've been like able to, but not started yet because there were a few more things to do. AC is in and almost all the insulation. Okay. Okay. So getting close, like super close. Doors are sealed, insulation's in. Electricity is run, I assume. Yeah, that's super close. That's not the glass I was drinking out of. I was like, why isn't there anything left in there? That's pleasant. I would buy that again. Still need to install dust collection. Okay. You can start without dust collection. Dust collection. Run the internet. There you go. Speaking of dust collection, I'm at a turning point. I'm at a crossroads. No, I'm not. I'm at the point where I need to make a decision on whether got some Crown Royal vanilla. That's good. It's very, very good. Like, caught me off guard how good Crown Royal vanilla was. It's really, really good. It's not as overwhelmingly vanilla as some vanilla flavored things can get. They've done a really good job of keeping it as an undertone. I'm okay. So the decision that I have to make right now, not right now, but soon, is that I'm almost at the point where I have enough money that I could get my head contraption with the positive air pressure and the filters and everything over my head. I'm almost at the point that I could get that. But that would mean that I'm be starting from scratch, saving up again for a proper dust collector for the tools. Or I'm halfway to that. So I don't know what the right answer is, because I would like to have my lungs a little better protected. But I also don't want to be starting to save again from scratch for shop dust collection. That could be ducted and run to all of the tools. So I don't know. It's like, do I just continue to deal with dust being all over the place all the time, but at least it's not in my lungs? Or do I continue to save for the stuff that also keeps it out of my lungs because it's being sucked away from the tools, but probably not as efficiently as from right in front of my face? I don't know. Matthias has plans for a homemade dust collector. I think I'd rather die of cancer than build something Matthias built. Because fuck that guy. Oof. Wow. No, you can't wear a cheap respirator, Eric. Like, that's the problem, is that I can't wear a cheap respirator for the time being because it doesn't do this. All this nonsense keeps it from doing what it's supposed to do. Air goes the path of least resistance. So if I have a 3M respirator with cartridges on it, the air just comes around the outside and through the beard and into my lungs. So there's no point. Honestly, I've read all the papers and the studies about the way the air moves and dust particulate sizes and filtration. It just doesn't work. Like some of it, yeah, you'll see that like it's collecting like the big stuff, but the big stuff isn't what you're worried about. Get the helmet first. Okay, so Stanifer's the worst says get the helmet first, which tells me that maybe I should be continuing to save up for the dust collector. I'd love to get a Trend Air Pro face shield, but yeah, money. It's always, yeah. Folk running dust collection to all the tools. It's where I'm leaning right now, but like at the same time, if I keep saving up for dust collector and then another tool comes up that I really want and then I spend it anyway, then I'm still not closer to dust collector, and like it's about like self-restraint. The dust collector money has to continue to grow and I have to not spend it for probably another 6-8 months. Who wants to live forever? I hate cleaning the shop. See, that's the thing. If I have a good dust collector running that's connected to all the tools, then I have to clean the shop less. It's cleaning the air. I could get that and one of those hanging from the ceiling box air filter things that cycles the air and cleans it. Maybe that's the answer. Maybe I'll just get one of those first, because that's only like $300. And I could just have that running and at least clean the air in the shop on a cycle when I'm not in here. But then it's all just like picking dust up off the floor if it's not getting collected from the tools. So like, I don't know. It's almost not worth spending money on a half-ass solution. You make one with a box fan and furnace filters. There's one right here. I could turn that on right now. That's my current dust filtration system, is the box fan furnace filter system. It used to have one on either side of that bench over there, because that was this like sanding station. So I used to actually have one at each end of that table. Now I just have one down here. But that is what that is. I'll keep fighting with myself over that decision. Because right now I have about $1,000 that I could put towards dust mitigation. And would take about 22, 23 to get the actual dust collector that I want to get in here. Or I could spend that whole $1,000 on my helmet. So we'll see. Let's move on to, don't you have a dust collector over there? I have a dust collector over there. I have like a 3/4 horsepower dust collector over there that I don't have the room in my shop to wheel around from tool to tool. I could bring it over to this area and then not be able to move while it's connected to the table saw or the bandsaw or whatever. I made the wrong decision when I purchased that, thinking that it would do something at least, but it doesn't. I could hook it up to the planer while I'm planing things, but it would probably get gummed up because it's just not powerful enough. I should not have purchased the 3/4 horsepower dust collector that just sits there. But I didn't know any better at the time, and it was cheap. I think I only paid about $170, and I could probably sell it right now for like $250. Hey, I could put that towards the new dust collector. I'm gonna put this back in the whiskey cabinet. Thank you again, David, Lawnmower Detective. If you're watching this later, it's going back in the whiskey cabinet so I don't just keep drinking it. I'm gonna grab a beer. Raffle it off. Yeah. No, it would be the shipping that would kill me. It would cost me $200 to ship it anywhere. It's only worth $200. So we'll raffle it off. I'll sell 20 tickets at $20 each for my dust collector. Because then I get $400. And it cost me $200 to send it wherever. So then I get $200 out of it that I can put towards the next dust collector. It's not a terrible idea. It's totally illegal. You can't run international raffles without a lot of legal things. Looks like I'll get it for $20. You could get it for $20, or you could buy 4 tickets out of the 20 and then get it for sure for 80. A dust collector got the floppy bag on it still. Yep. Yeah. It would be cheaper to shave and use the 3M respirator. Yeah. It would. Unfortunately, I can never shave again. I could. That's not true. I could shave again, but at this point in my life, my beard, my facial hair is so much a part of my identity that it wouldn't make sense. I mean, it would make health sense, yes, but like it just, yeah, it doesn't make sense business wise. Business Mike, hashtag business Mike. It doesn't make business sense for me to shave because this is how I'm recognizable. Okay, let's go on to Mr. Tyler Peterson's Cedar Jack-O-Lantern. Number 2. Eric Witzel won the first one of these. Okay, first of all, let's check back in. Is everybody in this draw that wants to be in this draw? Because there might have been some late joiners. We're doing draws for more things. And I do see some names that have not been entered into the thing. Jeffrey Holland's wife wants the pumpkin. You're in here, Jeff. Kapla is not in. Would you like in, Kapla? Kapla. Who else we got? So right now we've got Sean McGill, Eric Habakabaka, Vippen, Waldrop, BJ Foch, Amy Gersh, Staniford, Jeffrey Holland, Eric Witzel, Chris Pinnell, Tyler Peterson, Beckham, and Kapla. Beckham's odds are going down because every time I add somebody. What do we need to get included? I came late. You just need to say you want to be in the draw. You showed up. You just need to say you want to be in the draw, and you can be in the draw. And then if you don't want the thing that you won, you can say pass. And if you do want the thing you won, you have to contact either me, if it's me that's sending it, which it probably will be at this point, other than this one. You have to contact the person and get, shipping information and stuff. And hit that like button. Attaboy, Kapla. Kapla's got a good point. You have to hit the like button. You have to be subscribed. And you have to ring the bell. All right. Eric B wants in. Eric B's in. All right. Waldrop Guitars, can I be in the draw also? You're already in the draw. Paul Waldrop is the 4th name on the list, yo. We're up to 14 people in the draw. Anybody who is not in the draw, Sean, Eric, Vippen, Paul, BJ, Amy, Stanifer, Jeffrey Holland, Eric Witzel, Pinnell, Peterson, Beckham, Kapla, Eric B. Can I be in twice? No. You're lucky I let you be in once for coming late. Show up on time next time. Let's run it. Tyler Peterson. No blood offering to the Veritas gods required. Nope. Cedar Jack-O-Lantern from TP Guitars. Oh, I hope Peterson wins it. That'd be great. Amy Gersh. Amy Gersh, would you like a Western red cedar jack-o'-lantern made on Tyler's CNC with a little LED candle thing in it. Because you have first right of your refusal to that thing. Amy wants it. All right. Here we go. Tyler's jack-o'-lantern number 2. Amy Gersh. Okay. Second last thing that we're going to give away is a slimline pen made by me. It's not super exciting. I make a ton of slimline pens, but I made like 50 blanks in episode 2 of the giveaway series. So you get to choose your blank, your type of blank, and your hardware for the pen. So it's a custom-made slimline pen. What do we got? We got walnut, cherry, African mahogany, Purple Heart, some laminated strips of stuff, and Paduke, I think, are the options. We'll talk about it if you win. You can email me and let me know which one you want, and then we'll go through chrome, satin pearl, gold, satin gold, gunmetal, copper as the hardware options. Custom made pen, slimline pen, made by me. Maybe we'll make it on next week's live show. Just for shits and gigs. That is the second last prize of the night. So that's pretty cool to be able to get to pick your wood and your hardware on a slimline pen that I've made. That you know what? I'll just say right now, we're going to make it next week on the live show. So whoever wins tonight will get their pen made live next week. There we go. I'm going to, you know what, just for fun, I'm going to shuffle the names and then spin. It's Eric Witzel. Eric, do you really want a slimline pen made by Mike Davies of Mike's Wooden Things and Stuff? Matthias Wandel says, congratulations. I don't believe that at all. Also, get out of here. I don't want you here. You suck. Get out of here. Eric, do you actually want that pen? Eric makes nicer things than I do on his lathe, so I don't know. Sure. All right. Eric Witzel gets the slimline pen. And then the last, but certainly not least, of the giveaways for the 5,000 subscribers. Again, thank you everybody so much for subscribing and following along. It's just ridiculous to me that this is even a thing. But I very, very much appreciate it. A box of Starbond glue from my friends at Starbond. The super thin, medium, black medium, brown medium, and a jar of accelerator from my friends at Starbond Glue. Which reminds me that I got another box of Starbond glue sent from my friends at Starbond. You know what? I want to go find it. Let's do an unboxing before we draw. I'll make you guys stick around. I gotta go find my new box of Starbond. And we'll unbox it because there's new types. There's new types of Starbond in my new box of Starbond. I'm going to go find it. We'll unbox that, and then we'll end the show with the draw for a box of Starbond glue. Okay, back in a minute. Talk amongst yourselves. I honestly have no idea where it went. Okay. Where's my... It's around someplace. All right, just use that. Here we go. Let's check out the new box of Starbond, and then we'll give away the box of Starbond. What do we got? Every now and then they just sort of send me an email and say like, hey, do you want some more glue? What do you need? It's awesome. That's like, oh, what's green? Okay, green is Starbond's Heavy Thin. So my understanding is that's thinner than medium, but thicker than thin. So Heavy Thin in the dark green. What else we got? Got some more medium thick black. I told them I always need more medium, so they can always send medium. What's this one? This is like an aqua sort of teal color. Medium. Can't see what this is. Medium thick. Hold on. Okay, so this will be, the medium thick will be sort of halfway between medium and thick, I guess. That's cool. So now they've got an in-between between thin and medium, and they've got an in-between between medium and thick. That's cool. Ooh. Flexible. Flexible medium thick is what it says. I'm going to have to look into what exactly this is. But flexible medium thick sounds like it's going to be super useful, actually. What's yellow? I'm going to turn these things so you can see the labels. Odorless thin. Actually, see, sometimes when people say odorless, That's not right at all. That is a very, very hint of glue. That's odorless thin is actually quite odorless. Oh, and the white. We've devolved to watching Mike sniff glue. This is what the show has become. Mike is literally sniffing glue. And the white CA that I haven't had the opportunity to play with. So white medium, I can now add to my black and brown medium. The odorless thin is going to be good. The medium thick and the medium and the thin medium, I don't know what they're called. Such a bad spokesperson for them. Medium thick flexible is new. Actually, 3 out of these 6 are brand new to me. That's great. Heavy thin and medium thick. So now they've got thin, heavy thin, medium, medium thick, and thick in terms of viscosities. And I don't know what I'm going to put the white in, but it'll be a cool addition. And then the flexible, which one was the flexible? Flexible medium thick sounds like it's going to be handy. Cool. That's rad. Thanks, Starbon. And let's do the draw. Box of CA glue. It's not that box of CA glue. That was mine. I get my CA glue from the sidewalk. Matthias, don't you just make your own out of like the skin flakes that you scratch off at night and you collect and then you boil them down and add some rubber bands and stuff to it? I thought that was I thought it was skin flakes and melted rubber bands that you made CA from. You buy what from Mike? You don't need that. You can buy one from me. What are you buying from me? Give Eric B my pen. Are we fighting over the pen? Eric, I told you we could redraw it, my friend. If you want to donate it to Eric B, I will happily take. He can choose his. He has to show up next week on the live show and pick his blank and hardware. But if you want to donate it, that's cool. Fort Scott, Kansas. I don't know if I have any Kansas people. Kansas, I don't know that I actually have any Kansas people. I can send you one, buddy. Is he just like super hurting for a pen? Did I miss a discussion when I went looking for Starbond? He just like really needs a pen. He can't find one, so everybody's like, "Here, have a pen." Said he needed a nice pen. Everybody needs a nice pen. I can't stand using like generic garbage Bic pens anymore. Ever since I used the first ever Slimline I ever turned, I was like, oh, this has wrecked me for pens. And the Slimline pen is the cheapest of the nice pens. But even still, it's way better than anything you're going to buy at like in a 12-pack at Staples. He's at a restaurant right now and needs to sign the receipt. Quick! Someone go to Fort something, Texas. No, Fort Florida, Kansas. Fort Scott, Kansas. Quick. Somebody get there so he can sign it with a nice pen. Visa will appreciate it. Turned a monkey pod bowl earlier this week. Worst dust storm ever. Just blows off that wood when turning. I I think that's what that thing is that Tyler gave me for Christmas, or just because we're friends. The monkey pod, isn't that this thing? Hold on, I just happen to have it in a box right here. Isn't that what this thing is? Isn't this a monkey pod? Like, oh, that's Banksia. Never mind. Clearly don't know what I'm talking about. Don't come here to learn. Banksia pod. That's what it was. Because the pod is what screwed me up. Because this is a Banksia pod. I think. Don't come here to learn. Box of Starbond glue. Jared, let me know how to get into contact. I would enjoy a nice, well-made pen. There's lots of nice, well-made pens out there. You come on the show, I frequently give away pens that I turn on the show. If Beckham doesn't win, I think Beckham's only won one pen. But okay, I'm glad that we've got the pen situation figured out down in Florida. There, somebody's gonna hook him up with a pen. That's great. Eric's gonna get mine. We're gonna turn it next week on the show. Kapla could turn you a pen when he gets going. He's down there in Florida. Let's turn the wheel of names for a box of Starbond glue. Kapla says, who else is in Florida? The guy we were just talking about, Eric B. No, wait, that's Kansas. God, I'm messed up. I don't know what's going on. Why am I so confused? It was Saint something, and I immediately think of Florida when I think of Saint something towns. Why is that? It might not even be a thing. Press the button. It's the Fort messing with. See, Fort something, I think of Texas. Saint something, I think of Florida. I don't know. Contrary to popular belief, Eric B actually is still in Kansas. All right. Well, forget you guys. Let's draw for some Starbond glue. Thank you very much, Starbond, for doing this up. Let's see who is winning a box of glue. It is our friend Amy Gersh. Our friend Amy Gersh wins a box of Starbond glue sent directly to her home, which I now don't have the address for because you moved since I sent you something last. Spin it again, she says. You don't want a box of Starbond glue? All right. Amy doesn't want a box of Starbond glue. Let's spin it again. That's crazy talk. And now it's Kapla. What if it's me? It's Kapla. Kapla is the winner of the box of Starbond glue. He showed up late. I think we should just take it away from him and draw for somebody else. For showing up late. Nah, it's good. Oh, it's good. We had another good time spinning the wheel, drawing lots of stuff. I have to add Kapla my list. My entire shop is in boxes and won't be ready for any use for months. Someone else can enjoy that. She did get a pumpkin. She got a pumpkin, a Western red cedar jack-o'-lantern from our friend Tyler. And that's awesome. Maybe just for my friend Amy, who I know has been waiting for at least 2 years. For an icing scimitar. Maybe I'll deliver an icing scimitar down to Tyler for him to send along with the cedar jack-o'-lantern. Oh my God, you remembered. My brain has a weird way of remembering some things, Amy. I remember you asking when are you going to make another batch of icing scimitars, because I want one. And then I thought about just sending you one out of the bin at the shop that sells them. But then I was like, well, I've already given them to her to sell, and that's kind of like a dick move to like go like take my things back to like send to places or sell or whatever. So I need to actually make another batch of them. But now I work there and I can do what I want. I can't do what I want. But like if I take one out of the thing of icing scimitars, I can send you one. Spin it again for another pen. I'll cover it. What? Cover what? What are you doing? Beckham, clarify. Because I don't even really understand what was happening with that whole pen situation. Is somebody else making pens for people, and I'm making a pen for Eric. Do you want me to draw for another pen that I make custom for somebody and you'll buy it for them? Is that what's happening? Because you don't need to do that, sir. Like, I'm confused. I just got here a little bit ago. Brickhouse. Brickhouse is Seth. I'm confused. Yeah, okay. I'm also confused, and I've been here the whole time. Okay, Beckham says he wants to buy a Mike's Wooden Things and Stuff custom-made pen for somebody else in the draw. Because Beckham he's gone from everybody's least favorite to everybody's most favorite person. Because he wins all the things, but then sometimes he just gives them back to give out to other people. Let me get a new beer. And then next week we can make 2 custom pens for 2 different people, one of which is paid for by Beckham, who has already given out most of the stuff that we gave out tonight. Because he won the big extravaganza giveaway for the 5,000 subscribers, and he gave it most of it back into the draw for other people. So Stanifer will remain the least favorite. I don't know, man. That's a hard title to win, because Lenzen is like, we beat up pretty hard on Lenzen. So it's tough. That's a tough title to win. I mean, Lenzen doesn't have coasters. That say he's the worst. But that's how little we like him. That was too far. Too far. I'll make Lenzen a coaster if he wants that says Lenzen sucks or something. Those coasters are impressive. Maybe, you know what, after we do this draw, I might do a coaster draw for no reason. I've got these Douglas fir rounds with the Mike's Wooden Things and Stuff logo, and then on the back you've got your choice of quotes. You got "Don't come here to learn." We got "Stanifer's the worst." Everyone. We've got, what else we got? We got another "Stanifer's the worst." We've got "Loud noises." We've got, that one didn't get anything on the back for some reason. We've got "Stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe." And we have another "Stanifer's the worst." So I think the idea is that these will be available individually or by the 4-pack. And the 4-pack will be "Don't come here to learn," "Stanifer's the worst," "Loud noises," and "Stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe." So that'll be the 4-pack. That'll be available in the store. And then you can buy them individually as well. One of them, actually, this one right here is about to be on its way to our friend Sean McGill, who is here or was here. He wants the "Stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe." And he is a long time Patreon member, and I chose him to decide whether or not I want to sell these things. So that one is just getting finished. I need another coat or two of lacquer on it before it goes out, but then I can figure out how much shipping is going to be on those. So I'm going to send him one to Ottawa and find out what it costs to send it. They cost me, I don't know, $8-ish each. So they might end up costing $15 plus shipping, but I want to try to wrap shipping into the price of them and say these are $25 each or 4 for $30 or whatever it ends up costing. This is going to be the next step in terms of merch for the channel, but I need to find out what it costs to send one of those by the mail before I can decide on price. And they don't actually cost me $8 each. They cost me and my employer. Oop. Glitch in the matrix. I'm live again. I have to do them on the laser on my time off down at the shop. So she charges me time on the laser at a discount. But let's call them $5 each at my cost, including the wood. And I want to make a couple bucks on them. So Star Bond glue has Kapla. What did we just decide that we're going to do? We're going to do another custom pen from Mike's Wooden Things and Stuff. Let's put it on the list before we get it out of here. Custom pen. Mike's Wooden Things and Stuff from Beckham. Beckham buying somebody a custom pen. Let's spin it. Do we need anybody else? Did anybody else come in super late and needs to be in on this still? Brickhouse came in late. I think that might have been the last new person I saw. Brickhouse, do you want it in on the custom slimline pen? Your choice of wood and hardware. And I'll turn it next week live on the show, along with Eric's, who won earlier. I'm late. Story of my life. All you got to say is put me in. Put me in, coach. Heck yes, I do. All right. I'm going to call you Brick House Seth. There we go. That's it. Ready to go. Oh, let's shuffle them up. We'll shuffle the names a couple of times. And then we'll spin it. The second pen I'm turning next week is for our friend Amy Gersh. I love that. I love that so much. I love that as much as I hated last week. Oh, that's great. That is fantastic. I love that more than I hated last week, with Beckham winning, and then Stanifer won something, and then Vippen won something, who only started watching my show like a month ago. And I can sneak that pen down. If Tyler waits to send the jack-o'-lantern, I'll sneak the pen and the icing scimitar down, and we'll just package it all together. And next week, you have to be here to pick your wood and your hardware. And I will send the bill to Beckham, and he will pay for that along with the shipping of his charcuterie board and mallet, because he's just a fantastic person. Like, he won a draw for all of the things that was fully covered, delivered to his door. And instead, he says, I actually kind of was most excited about these two things. So why don't we give the rest of that out to everybody else, and I'll pay for the shipping for those two things. Like, dude, thank you so much. From the entire community to you, thank you so much for being that kind of person. I'm glad we got to share everything around. I'm glad we got another night of spin the wheel. And congratulations to everybody who won all the things. So what do we got? We got Beckham won a Mike's Wooden Things and Stuff charcuterie board, and a combination effort between me and Tyler for the mallet. Charcuterie board and mallet on their way to Beckham. Paul Waldrop's pen blank box is going to Stanifer. Eric Witzel, Country Road Workshops, said he would make a serving board, and that's going to Sean McGill. Tyler's first cedar jack-o'-lantern is headed to our friend Eric Witzel, who is sending things all over the place for us as well. See, this is great. We're trading things around. We're making things and exchanging them. It's fucking awesome. Mr. Pinnell gets the bottle stopper from the original draw, courtesy, well, sent from me, but courtesy Beckham, who didn't want it because it was garbage. BJ Foch, $50 at customcreations.com.au. I'll talk to Scott down there and figure out how that's gonna work out for you guys. The tumbler, not this one that smells delicious, but custom tumbler, Mike's Wooden Things and Stuff. Stanifer's the worst. Going to Mr. Chris Pinnell. The second of Tyler's jack-o'-lanterns is headed down to California to Amy Gersh, along with a pen that Beckham is buying and an icing scimitar that I just want to give her for wanting one. The other of my slimline pens that I'm going to turn next week is going to Eric Witzel, so he's going to have to be here to pick a wood and a hardware. a box of Star Bond glue direct from Star Bond is headed off to Kapla. If he sends me his mailing address to woodenthingsandstuff@gmail.com, I will forward it on to my friends at Star Bond, and they'll send that off to you. And this has just been a fantastic experience to just like come together and just give away a ton of stuff. These coasters that everybody seems really interested in are going to be up on my Etsy store in the next couple of weeks. I just needed to finishing them so that I could take pictures and get them on the Etsy store so that you can see what the front and back look like. And then they'll be available to purchase for not very much money. I just need to figure out the shipping on them. And the pen that you won is going to Eric B. I'm going to make a note. We're going to put back brackets Eric B. Eric B, if you're here next week, same time, same place, you can pick your own wood and hardware to make that pen out of, courtesy Eric Witzel, via me in my shop. Gets a little confusing sometimes. For some reason, I think that you're in Florida, even though you're in Kansas. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe, everybody. Thank you so much for joining along this journey and this nonsense that we do out here. One of these days, we'll get back to making stuff. Well, it'll be next week, won't it? I got to make at least 2 pens next week. And then I want to dig in on some of this. I got a few of these type things. These giants for me. For me, these are giants. And I want to start chipping away at my stock of like big guys. This is a 12 by 3 Magnolia blank. But I have many things that are enormous for me. Enormous. On a 12-16 lathe, I have a lot of things that have been building up that are just big and cumbersome that I want to start chucking up on the lathe. So maybe we'll get to doing that over the coming weeks as well. Thank you, everybody. I already said my thing. We'll catch you next week. Monday night, 5:30-ish. Good times. Congratulations. Amy Gersh, I think, was the big winner of the night. She deserves it. And Pinnell. Amy Gersh and Pinnell win the night. Bye, everybody. Show up on time next time, Brickhouse.